Roger Stone, what do you hope voters will take away from your book, The Clintons' War on Women? You're pretty tough on the Clintons on this book. You think Bill Clinton has not always been a gentleman.
No, that's really not the point. The point is that her narrative
You say he raped 27 women.
He did?
No, he says
he is a Bill Cosby-type sexual predator.
Not what Paula Jones said. It's not what
No, she was sexually assaulted, pardon me. But it's just as bad.
Well, I don't know if she
And it's Hillary who hires the heavy-handed private detectives to silence these women. The point is, he has abused women. She's helped cover it up. She's an enabler. That's what the book's about.
Well, my book sounds sort of shitty now.
Roger Stone, about 2 weeks ago, I'd just gone on family vacation, a workcation. And he said, yeah, no, they just sent out the feds out to my house. I was in the hospital for weeks. He had never been in the hospital in his life since he was born. It was the second time in the hospital in his life. And he said it's polonium poisoning, but they're saying it's national security because only a state-sponsored actor could have this isotope that can only be made in the biggest reactors, basically. So it has a signature. He said, what do you think's behind it? I said, well, clearly it's meant to kill you, and then they just blamed the Russians and said they were getting rid of one of their assets. I said, with the Litvinenko case, it was connected back to MI6. And I wasn't even making the connection then that it was the same MI6 handler spy that was attacking Trump and Stone and everybody that was tied to that. I was doing research for it a few days after that and was like, holy Toledo, it's the same guy.
Roger, I know you don't like to speculate, but I mean, you've been sitting there, you've known about this for weeks. Polonium poisoning, it's big. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about why I'm not trying to put you down. I mean, I can physically see that you've been sick. We've seen the photos, what it did to you. I mean, it really hit you hard. And I know it has long-term effects. Just other points on polonium.
Well, look, we get down to the fundamental question of who would have done this and why, and I come back to the deep state. I come back to our own people. The Russians have no motive to kill me. They have nothing to hide or cover as far as I am concerned.
If you've never heard of Roger Stone, you're in for a treat. Not only did he serve under Nixon, Reagan, and Bush Sr., but he's also a self-proclaimed GOP hitman. It's not afraid to use dirty tricks to get his way politically.
Roger Stone, who has been Trump's chief political advisor, he is Trump's henchman and dirty trickster.
Roger Stone's a super bad guy. He's one of these operatives who works the dark side, as Dick Cheney would say.
You're a sick dude, Roger Stone. I want to run off with you right now.
You assault me all the time. You never give me a chance to respond.
That's not all I should give you. A job. You're a sick man, Roger Stone.
CNN confirmed to The Hollywood Reporter that controversial conservative political strategist Roger Stone is done at the network. A CNN spokeswoman told THR he will no longer appear as a CNN guest.
The CIA has been associated with some of the greatest atrocities and lies of the last 40 years.
And they're famous for poisoning people, so you're clearly saying rogue elements of that are obviously suspect. They've been in the news warning Trump, and the Associated Press and Reuters, the New York Observer of all places, his son-in-law's paper, you better watch it. The intelligence agency can do things to you. Well, then, if you've been good buddies with him for 41 years, then I think that's a message to Trump. Isn't this really a message to Donald Trump?
He's taking these shots, this antagonism, this taunting to the intelligence community.
Let me tell you, you take on the intelligence community, they have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you. So even for a practical, supposedly hard-nosed businessman, he's being really dumb to do this.
What do you think the intelligence community would do if they were motivated?
I don't know, but from what I am told, they are very upset with how he has treated them and talked about them.
Stone goes, okay, give me the medical records. And then the guys with the crew cuts come back to the house and, well, it's national security and blah, blah, blah. And so he's having his lawyers involved in all this because they don't obviously want him waving around that he was hit with polonium. So he's going to get private tested right now. But I mean, this happened.
The MI6 guy worked with the murdered Litvinenko guy that got hit with polonium. I was already connecting the two. Holy Toledo, Daily Mail outed as the man behind the dirty dossier on Donald Trump, which they admit is now fake, worked with the double, triple agent. I remember at the time it came out that experts believed that there was no reason for Russia to kill this guy, that it was done to embarrass Russia. This is crazy.
Well, and it occurs to me that the people who created that document should be ashamed of themselves. Their dossier is rife with misspellings.
It wasn't even good for ass wiping.
So the idea that James Clapper and the boys down at Langley would include this in a report to President Obama and President Trump, this is a vile fraud. This is,
by the way, I'm told by three sources, low level, mid level, and high level in the CIA, that the whole agency hates the globalist, wants America to be great. They hate Hillary. They hate it all. They say, and I was told this weeks ago, this is all farmed out to subgroups, PR firms, as later came out. I forgot how accurate their info was. It's all completely fake. So it isn't even the CIA. The CIA doesn't like this. I think that's why the globalists are in so much trouble. Their own agencies have turned against them.
Well, and it would be outrageously unfair to say that everybody who works for the Central Intelligence Agency is in league with the globalist agenda. No, there are patriotic Americans that work there, just as there are many, many, many non-political patriotic Americans who work for the FBI. But the leadership of these agencies are rotten to the core.
Receiving this transmission, you are the Resistance. It's Alex Jones.
In case you haven't heard, InfoWars has become the most influential media outlet in America. We're making freedom go viral. And now we are proud to announce a new weapon in the epic battle against the globalists. InfoWars Prime, where you can watch live high-definition feeds of The Alex Jones Show, plus exclusive insider videos from the InfoWars crew and behind-the-scenes action. Go to Infowars.com/app and download today. InfoWars Prime is available right now for your iPhone or Android. You will have access to exclusive videos that you can't see anywhere else. And that means live coverage of events and breaking news on location as it happens. You can also take advantage of amazing deals from the InfoWars store that are only available for InfoWars Prime subscribers. That's InfoWars Prime at Infowars.com/app. If you can hear my voice, you are the Resistance.